Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the 5ers Trading Room. Just sound checking. You can hear me or see my screen before we start in another few minutes. Excellent. Okay, thank you, Edwin. We will wait another 5, 6, 7 minutes. Okay, so I'll just shut down turn off the microphone and we'll be back to you in another 5 or 6 minutes. Okay. Hi everyone. How are you? Um, I'm Snir and I will be with you in this trading room for today. It's Monday, it's the beginning of the week, so we will take the time to analyze a few pairs from both perspective for swing long-term traders and for short-term. If you'll find some good opportunity during this trading room, we'll open the positions together, at least me. Uh, Just again, I would like to check the sound if you all can hear me and see my screen good enough. Great, thank you very much. Okay, all right. So, how many of you start to practice and try to learn to get inside this method of supply and demand since they discovered this method in this trading room? For those, I mean, for those who get this as a new thing that they never knew before. Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, great. Well, it seems that most of you. All right. So I would like to share my opinion with you. It's only my opinion uh, because that was my experience in the Forex market years ago. And I think and I do believe that the only, as you probably already know, most of you, that's the only method I use. That's the only way I trade. I never use indicators or skill laters, any other tools in order to understand the price. Because I do believe that, and from my experience, the only thing that you need in order to need good and when enough the price is the price himself, and you have it here in front of your eyes. And you don't really need anything else. So that's my experience. But I would like to just to give you an idea because I can the meaning of this trading room is not to be educational. I just give you a taste of everything, and I hope from this you'll take it further and get more professional in supply and demand. Uh, Great. I'm glad to hear that you want 8 rates from 10. That's a great risky road, a great ratio. Sorry. Okay, so I just would like to explain that supply and demand it's a whole method. There is many way to trade supply and demand. Of course, you can trade supply and demand as a scalper, as intraday, as a swing trader, long-term traders, by understanding the supply and demand of the higher time frame. You can be a reversal trader, you can be a momentum trader. There is many ways to trade supply and demand. There is not only one way of supply and demand, okay? Understanding supply and demand is and the thing around it, it's understanding the price, right? So that's the method, and there are many ways. There's not only one way to trade supply and demand. And I think, and as I mentioned in the last training room that I think it was in the last Thursday. So understanding supply and demand will give you much more indication than where to get inside the position. That's not the only thing that we need to know. It will give you the indication where to get inside the position, and then where to set the stop loss, what can be our profit target, and what happens if the price will break out this demand, what is the next destination, probably not for sure, but at least from what we have, and more and more. So that was something that was important for me to tell you. I'm glad to see that most of you trying to dedicate to this method and learn more and practice more and more. And wish you all success with this. But if you are in this method, you are in a good way. Okay, so let's start. All right. To be honest, I didn't managed to go through the pairs yet since the day start. So I just will do it with you now. I just saw that many pairs opened this week with a huge gap, as you can see here. Okay, I'll just take this one and start with the pound against the dollar. And just to remind you all, of course, if you want and prefer to analyze some other pairs, just write it down. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat box. Okay, and of course, if you want to share your comment and idea, also you are more than welcome to do it. So we can see here above that this trading week starts with a huge gap. Okay, in this case, it's about approximately 100 pips of gap, and gap usually, not always, but usually represent supply or demand. In this case, it's a gap down, so it's a supply somewhere here above. I'll try to figure out where is this supply, but as you can see, we have some missed data because of this gap, so it's not always easy to put the line exactly where to get inside the position or where the supply starts. Let's see this situation in 1 minute chart. This is what we have. From that level, the price dropped down all this way. Okay, so if I would need to guess, I would put the line here, and this is the supply level, and here. Okay, that's the information we have, so that's what I use. One thing is we can let the price to get this level and risk all this level in order to get a great reward from this supply. It could be a great supply for sell position on the first touch. Since we don't have exactly the picture that we look for, like here, for example, or here, which is a few candles, and then we can see the drop. Here we have the gap, we have this missed data. So we can also let the price reach that level, get inside this level, and then we can follow the price on 1 minute chart and try to see from this lower time frame of 1 minute chart, and try to look for the reversal while the price there. But for now, we are still far from that level. And before this one, we do have here this level. I would like to see how this level looks in this 5 minute chart. And to be honest, doesn't amazing. It's not, you can see in 5 minute chart, we have many candles, which each one of them is a red candle, but still, I don't consider this as a level that the price dropped down from that level aggressive and fast. That's not what I'm looking for. So I won't take the risk on that level. I'd like to see again how it seems in 1 minute chart, this level. You can see here. In my opinion, we will see some reaction here from these tiny candles, and then one, specifically this one, it's a big one, consider compared to the candles before and after, but still, I don't think it's worth to take the risk on this level. I won't do that. Okay, so 15-minute chart. Let's go to the higher chart and see what's going on. We can see where the price came from. Okay, demand level from the left. So the price drop all the way down, get blocked on this demand here, and then that's the reaction so far. I do believe that the price will continue down, but I will take this chance on the higher level here, on this supply here above. All right, this is the 1H time frame. I would expect from the price to stop somewhere here, but that's the disadvantage of gap. You always have some missed data between the levels, and sometimes, like in this situation, it's a bit hard to decide exactly where to put the position. And I think it's the same situation here above. Okay, it's the same situation, so we will have to wait and see. Okay, so that's the next available supply that I will use on the first touch of the price as a sell position. Okay, daily chart, the same conclusion, and that's all for now. I want to see if there is here at the bottom some level that was to take maybe a buy position. I think if I was a scalper, kind of very short-term trader, maybe this level is worth to take the risk with a buy position and risk normally this one. I will give it a bit more, but that can be a good level to open a buy position maybe on the first touch, again as a scalp short-term position, in order to continue this bullish momentum that we can see in this 1 minute chart. Okay, all right, so next one will be US dollar against the Canadian, this one, and it is, yes, it is the US dollar against the Canadian, the loonie. All right, so we can see how the price, that's the beginning of this week. It's yes. All right, we have a very significant rally here that broke out this supply, even this level above, and reach up to this level here. You can see where is the top. Since the price reached that level, my conclusion is that what we're seeing now, it's probably a technical correction in order to continue up and reach higher levels, maybe here somewhere. Okay, I'll put the line there, about here. All right, okay, so let's see where is the best level to try and join this bullish momentum after we get to this conclusion. Let's see how this level looks in 5-minute chart. All right, to be honest, not that convinced again. I don't see the price run away from that level aggressively. I'd like to get a point of view from the 4H time frame. And again, maybe somewhere here. I'm looking for the level that the price really run away from that level. Okay, not the best one, but if the price reach that low here, I'm ready to take the risk there. Okay, I'm ready to take the risk and try to take this buy position only here. I will follow the price because there is probability that the price will turn from that level or from that level. So I will keep follow the price if the price reach that level, and then I will look for the reversal signal from the lower time frame. Okay, I will look at this, let's say 5-minute chart. I will look to see if the price changing this bearish momentum, which means I will look for the price to break out the last high. At this moment is this one, but let's see what the price will continue to create on his way down. Only if the price reach that level here, I will take the chance and buy on the first touch of the price. This is how it looks in this 1H time frame. I'm ready to risk even on this level, and only here. Before that level, I will keep follow the price. I will look for the reversal from the lower time frame. It's a bit confusing situation, to be honest. And the daily chart will give us an indication that the US dollar buyers a bit woke up in the last day, as you can see here, and we might see the price continue up. The same conclusion in the daily chart. Of course, on the daily chart, the price is still bearish, okay? But this rally indicates something maybe. So that's what we have now. It's a bit tricky situation because it's too dangerous to sell here, even for short term. And I'm not sure about buying here. So I'll wait. Okay. Any other pairs you prefer? I'll give you a few seconds to write down. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll take the euro against the dollar here. Okay. And let's keep, okay, the pound dollar is still far from that level. We will keep follow this one and we'll be back to this level again, to this pair again soon. This is the euro against the dollar. Okay. And euro dollar opened this week in a gap down of 30 pips. Not like the pound dollar, but still nice gap. And then the price, to be honest, a bit zigzag. If I look for the next level to sell or to buy, I will take the risk here on the first touch of the price. Okay, here where the price gap down from, I'll take the risk over there. We can understand the reaction here since the price probably reached some demand here. If we had a picture here at this level on 1 minute time frame chart, we'll probably will see some demand. But even in 15-minute chart, we can see that most likely the price run away from that level aggressively and fast, as usually we want to see in demand or supply. So that's the reaction here. So far, the price reached close to reach that level, which is not a supply anymore. It was a supply here. You can see the few small candles, then the drop. That's the first touch of the price. And then the price continued down. It was a great level to sell. And this is the second touch. So the price collect orders from this supply here and here. And now we cannot be sure that there are more unfilled orders waiting there. We can never know. We can only know that the first time is the highest chance to success. So I won't sell at this level again. I never sell in resistance. So the next available supply is just here above this gap level. I'll sell on the first touch of the price at this level. This is the 15-minute chart. This is the 1 hour time frame chart. Okay. The conclusion is the same. And by the way, if the price won't reach that level here and we will miss the opportunity to sell, I wait for the price to break out this last low. This, you can see this significant support here, here, and here. Here it's a bit higher, but it's the same level, it's the same support. And if the price will break out this support, we will probably see the price continue down to the next available demand, which is this one. So it maybe will give us opportunity to look for a new supply and a new opportunity for sell position between these two levels here. Okay. So here I will sell on the first touch. If the price won't get there, I'll wait to see if the price breaking down this level. At the moment where the price now, it's too risky to sell since the price touched this level already twice. Okay. 1 minute time frame. And you can also see how the price moved down from that level last time. Not very aggressively, very easily, and not convenient to sell there. Okay, let's take a look on the Forex time frame. Nothing new. All right, pound against the New Zealandi, the Kiwi, and AUD CAD. All right, I'll start with the AUD CAD. Okay, let's find it. AUD against the Canadian. Here it is. Okay, so 15-minute chart, the price from the left, we can see this bullish momentum, which probably already ended since the price here broke out the last low of this bullish momentum, which is about this level here. Seems like the last low of this bullish momentum. And I think if the price reached that level already, and we are probably in a bearish momentum compared to what we see here on the left, then my conclusion that most likely we will see the price continue down to this demand here at the bottom. So for now, I prefer to look for sell position. Let's see how this level looks in if we can define here a good supply to sell. And 1H time frame, sorry, 1 minute time frame. Not the perfect one, as you can see, even in 1 minute chart, we don't have a massive drop, but you can see also how the price make all his way up, much more powerless than how the price dropped from that level. And I would take the risk somewhere here. Okay, I will take the risk here and sell on the first touch of the price. I do believe we will see some reaction from that level. Also, the price here at the top, it seems like a reaction of this supply from the left. So a bit confusing this situation, but I think not because it's a perfect supply, just because the price already reached that level, I think that we might see the price continue down. But let's take another look on the 1H time frame. I think it's even more clear in the 1H time frame that the price broke out the last low here. All right. Still, you can see the reaction here. It's again, you can see the demand here from the left. There is a reason why the price stopped here and turned back. It's the unfilled orders that lying down here from the left. But I still think that the price on his way down to lower levels. So I will take the risk somewhere there up. I would say even here maybe. All right. I'll sell here on the first touch. Stop loss can be just a bit above this level. It's about 15, 16 pips. I think it's enough. And let's set the sell limit just to demonstrate exactly how it works. That's the sell limit. Stop loss, take profit can be set right after the position opened. Okay, just a bit above. I think that's good and good enough. All right, so we have this one. Let's continue. Let's take a look on this 4H time frame. My conclusion will be the same daily chart, weekly chart. We can see that all this situation here of this kind of reversal for now occur when the price reached that not exactly supply, it's supply slash resistance, so it just makes sense. All right, we'll be back to this pair in a few minutes. All right, let's take the pound against the kiwi. See the pound and the kiwi. Here it is. Probably like most of the pound pair, we will see the price open this week with a nice gap. This is the daily chart. Of course, this is the 1H time frame. Nice gap, but we can see that the price already had the reaction of this gap here. In a difference from the pound against the dollar, here the price already closed all this gap down, and this is the reaction so far. Yep, you can see exactly at the close of this candle that the price dropped down. This is exactly where the price here had this reaction. So far, that's what we have, which is good. In this situation, we should already be in about break even, stop loss roll to break even. This is where the price block now, which is probably a small demand here from the left. In 1 minute chart, we will see it much better. Here it is. Okay. If I was a scalper, 1 minute is good to be very accurate demand to take this 10, 12, 9, 8 pips. In my opinion, the price most likely will break down this level, since here we are just turned back from the gap that you saw from the left. So at this situation, I prefer to look to watch this and follow this pair and see if the price will break down this level even in 1 minute chart. Then I will look for a new supply. I will let the price to retrace, and I will sell on the first touch if I find a good supply and clear one. Because if the price will break down this level, we can get to the conclusion that most likely we will see the price continue down to the next available demand, which is maybe here that the price will get a little delay, but most likely we'll see the price continue down to the lowest level here, right? Which is almost 90 pips, approximately between 80 to 100 pips. We have a good potential between here and this level. Okay, that's what we have now. We'll keep following this one, but let's see how it looks in 1H time frame. This is where the price came from. You can see here. And we also have this gap, I think from a few days before, from the beginning of the last week, the week before. Also 130 pips, it's a huge gap, and it's probably a good demand. And if the price reach that level, by the way, I will buy on the first touch. This is how it looks in this 15-minute chart. And this is where I will consider to buy on the first touch. Back to the 1H, 1 hourly time frame. So this is the line I just put because of the picture we got from the 1 minute chart. But you can see also in this 1H time frame that we had good potential for a short position, and it seems that the price on his way to close this gap. So it just gives me another confirmation for what I'm looking for the explanation that I just had from the 1 minute chart. So if I find a good opportunity in the 1 minute chart, and as I say, only if the price will break out this level, I will sell. And the timing will be by the 1 minute chart, but the potential we can see it in the 1H time frame. It's all the way down to this level. Okay. All right. So that's for the pound against the kiwi. This is the 4H time frame. The conclusion will be the same. Also, it seems that the price trying to change all this bearish momentum here and almost broke out the last high of this bearish momentum, but still didn't succeed. Okay, but you can see that the price get to the same level as the last high, which also it's something that didn't happen all this way. you can see that all the heights that the price created are lower than the previous one, almost. And here the price maintained and managed to get to the same level as the last high here. It indicates something. Maybe the buyers waking up a bit, but we'll wait and see. Of course, only if the price will break out all this level here in a convenience way, then we can say that the price probably on his way to reach higher level, maybe this supply and even the top here. But for now, we are far from that level. So that's all for the pound against the Kiwi. And any questions? Well, and Enrique, I'm not sure I understand your question, whether you recommend on the 24, oh, you mean the 24 and 31 in December. And to be honest, usually, and we all know this, these times represent a very low volatility of the market. The volume is low. Most of the banks and the corporates are in a vacation and holidays. So, you know, we are relying on technical analysis here, supply and demand, and technical analysis and chart cannot be reliable if the volume is not massive, it's not high enough. You recommend wine. That's good, Rastum. Me too. Anyway, and I think we should be very careful with our decision to lower your risk, even if you decide to take some positions, lower your risk than what you usually open. Let's like cut your lot size or something like this, or just take a break of 1 week, because sometimes when the volume is not high enough and the volatility is low, so sometimes the technical analysis become not reliable, not valid. That's my explanation. So still, you will see supply and demand levels work perfect in most of the times, but usually it's a time to lower your risk, cut your position size, or take a break. It's also a good idea. All right, you took sale on the pound against the New Zealandi, pounds against the Kiwi, 1.8898. I'm not sure exactly. Okay, let's take a look. 1.8898. 89. Well, approximately here, you are about to break even now. Am I right? You're welcome, Enrique. Yes, Conrad, you are about stop loss at 1.8971. It's, well, I think it's a high risk, to be honest. But again, it depends on what time frame you rely on. And if it's about 1H time frame, then to set the stop loss about this level here, because this is about where you say, yes, well, I can see the sense here. It's not a bad decision to set the stop loss above this level. And you should be about break even now. So I wouldn't sell now at this level, but if you're already in this position, stay with it. We can see this reaction from this demand here. And now the price again back to this level. It seems that the price back a bit more powerful even from this 1 minute chart. If you already in this position, if I would already in this position, I would take the risk there. Okay. All right. Next one is, let's see. I think the Canadian against the yen. Someone asked to check the Canadian against the yen and see how it looks. This is the 15-minute chart. Let's start from the higher time frame, and it's a 4H time frame. We can say almost for sure, nothing is for sure, that the price probably on his way to reach lower level. If we already reached that level here, which is here, I think that the price tends to reach this demand here at the bottom. That's my opinion, and we can say that the price is at the moment bearish compared to here, this bullish momentum we have from the left. We can see this also in the 1H time frame. The price just broke out this demand from the left. Okay, and I'm not sure exactly where to sell because I don't see any clear and good supply here on the left above. Even if we change to 15-minute chart, only here, to be honest, only here. Maybe we'll find something in 5-minute chart. This is what I marked from this 15-minute chart. Okay. Yes, Roshan. You can try to upload the picture here on the chat, and I will try to open it and share it with everyone. That's the only thing I can think about it now. I'll try to find a better way to do it. Okay, so this is the 1-minute chart. I still, to be honest, you can see how it looks. I cannot point my mouth on one level that we can say that the price dropped from that level aggressively. Okay. All right, send me the link for the trading view. You can send me the link for your trading view picture. Okay, let's continue. So that's the 1-minute chart. We don't have any great level. Only here I will take the risk to sell on the first touch. This is the 5-minute chart. Sorry, not 1 minute. This is the 1-minute chart. I don't have any new conclusion for this. We already go through the 4H and 1H time frame. This is the daily. Generally, I think on the daily chart, we are probably will see the price go to higher level, but it doesn't mean that we won't see the price keep move down to a lower level here before going up. But at the moment, I don't see any excellent opportunity to buy or to sell this pair. Okay. All right. So your point of view of Canadian yen with the, you send me the trading view. Let's see. I'll try to share this with you guys. 1 minute. Okay. Oh, I see your point of view here, which is 1H. Yes, this is the 1H time frame, which is, let's look a bit different, or no, it's the same. You consider this as the supply, and this is what you point. I see this. Okay, instead of changing the screen that I'm sharing, I'll just explain you what exactly is your name, because I see only Kirandeep something. Yes, all right, Kirandeep. So what Kirandeep shared with us is his picture, which we can see he mentioned this as a supply, this area here, okay? And this is what you describe in this 1H time frame. This is what you describe, something like this, and then the price fall down from that level, which I can understand the logic behind, because this level seems like a supply level, only because we have kind of few candles and then few big red candles. But dive down into this level in this 15-minute chart, we don't see any significant red candle in this 15-minute chart, we can see that the price fall down, move up, fall down, move up to collect orders. And the candles are red and in a row, but small, which means if we go to the 1-minute chart, we will probably see something more than, it's not a ranging, but we cannot say that the price dropped down from that level aggressively, not from these charts, not from the 1-minute chart. Even if you take a look back, okay, this is how it looks. You can see that for every movement down, we have this technical correction to collect orders. Down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up. And again, here, we don't have any level that we can see that the price, at least the beginning of the movement, did something like this. Boom, dropped down and never came back. So that's why in 1H time frame, seems a great level to react. In the 1-minute chart, I have a different conclusion. That's why I always dive down. If I found a level like this, I always dive down to the lower time frame to see if we still have the same thinking that the price left this level aggressively. At this situation, the answer is no. The level above here, I think I just mentioned before, it's a bit hard to decide here. Maybe only where I put the line here. Maybe. What I'm saying is it's not that for sure we don't see this level react and the price will just go through this level up. But for me, it's not the perfect level to sell. It's a bit risky. It's not a bit, it is risky level. Okay, great, you are welcome. All right, so let's continue. I'll take another pair. Before we end, let's take a look on the dollar against the yen. By the way, what about the pound against the dollar? Still waiting here. Not far from, but still waiting. And AUD against the Canadian, still waiting here. Nothing dramatic happened since the last time we watched this one. But this movement is a good one. It's a compression. I always prefer to sell after a compression up or buy after compression down. So far, the price compressed up, which is good. Well, Conrad, you are in a good situation now. To be honest, I would set the stop loss at the moment, maybe above this last top here. I don't think you should risk more than this. Because if the price go through this level, you will probably see the price go much higher levels. And it's better to lose this 30, 35 pips than maybe 70 or 80 pips. Okay, so wish you all success with this one. All right. I think also here, we can try to sell the pound against the, which one is this? Kiwi. Okay. I will let the price, I prefer to see the price go a bit lower. It's kind of the middle. It's not exactly, but all right, we'll see it soon. All right, the dollar against the Japanese yen, this is the 1H time frame and 4H time frame and daily time frame, and you see how the price in this daily chart, you can call it compressed down. You'll see this much better in the weekly chart. The price compressed down all his way towards somewhere here. We'll probably will see some massive reaction in this lowest level here. Probably it can take a few weeks more, of course, but I think somewhere here at the bottom there is a demand hiding and we will probably see some reaction from that level. So this is far from, at least for now, the price still far away from that level. Let's roll down to the lower time frame, because I don't see any clear opportunity now. The price just reacts to this level all the way down to this demand. We are about between and between, and I don't like this one, and it's not that clear for me. I will be back to the pound against the dollar and the pound against the Kiwi. Well, let's take the risk together. Of course, only if you want. But I will sell here. I'm just doing it a bit before the price reach that level, because we are need to finish on this trading room. So I want to make it more interesting for you. Anyway, that's what I take as a risk. I won't let the price to risk all this way. To be honest, stop loss should be about here, a bit above this level, and take profit for now somewhere here, and I will keep follow this movement of the price and see if the price will create a new high. I will roll the stop loss to break even or above this new high, only if that happened. And this is the pound against the dollar. It's interesting because it's kind of opposite, you know, buy here and sell there the pound against the New Zealandi. It's a bit confusing. I'll stay with the New Zealandi. All right. So I think that's all for today. If I can tell you a book of tutorial, demand, supply, to be honest, I'm not aware exactly where, but I think if you search in YouTube for supply and demand, you'll find good videos about supply and demand, or if you just Google it, I think you'll find good articles about supply and demand in Forex, supply and demand, technical analysis, how to read supply and demand, things like that. I really don't have any books. I think I mentioned last time, if you look in our blog and look for order flow, you'll find 4 videos that Gil Ben-Hur recorded 2 or 3 years ago, and it's a good 5 movies. Yes, okay. And someone tell me here that it's a very good video. So just look in our blog and search for order flows. You'll find very, very good videos with explanations, and that's all. That's all I can recommend for now. So anyway, thank you for joining for today. Still hope like every time you still enjoy this trading room and get good benefit. Keep learning this supply and demand method. Be patient and practice a lot, and be well and take care and be careful with the trading at these times. All right. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye.